today we're doing a reading to see what chakra you need to clear the energy in, or to see what's going on with this particular chakra, to get some guidance to help you navigate in the prevalent energy of that chakra. So we're doing a little shuffle. We got the third eye chakra. So let's see what we need to see today. And we're posing the question, what am I being asked to see clearly or trust intuitively? What am I being asked to see clearly or trust intuitively? So we're going to start by pulling a fortune. The last two readings we did, I haven't been posting every day, but the last two readings we did talked about a message coming for us. So be on the lookout for a message that's coming for you. And this one says, you never hesitate to tackle the most difficult problem. So you're a problem solver. Okay. So let's see what we need to know about the third eye chakra today. What am I being asked to see clearly or trust intuitively? I'm trying to relate that to the fortune of the day. You need to see clearly that you are a problem solver. Any problem that comes your way, you don't hesitate to solve it. You jump in ready to handle it. So that's a good quality to have. All right, let's see what we need to see clearly today or trust intuitively. Gut instincts. This came out in the last reading. So you need to, what you're being asked to see clearly is that your gut instincts are always right and that you need to trust them. Okay? Trust your gut instincts because they are not leading you astray. They're leading you to the truth. Right? Gut instincts, it says intuition, knowing, sensing, and trust. So trust what you see. Trust your senses. Trust that if you feel a knot in your stomach when you are approaching a situation, trust it and listen to the guidance of your higher self, because it is always truthful with you. Okay, let's see what we get from this deck today. Birthing a new age. So you need to trust that you're birthing a new age. You're birthing a new creation, dreaming something new into the world. Wow, okay. So what I'm getting so far is that when you are birthing something new, when you're bringing life to something new, it can be difficult to trust that. It can be difficult to trust that you're doing the right thing, or you're going in the right direction, or you're taking the right step, because it's something new. It's something you've never seen before. So this is asking you to trust that this new thing that you're birthing, that you're dreaming into being. And we got a reading last week about the thing that you have been dreaming of, or the thing that you dream of doing, it being life purpose for you. This is here to remind you that the thing that you're dreaming into being, you can trust it, right? And it is expanding you. It is expanding you. It's expanding your life. It's expanding your environment. It's expanding your mind. And as you create this new thing, as you continue to dream this new thing and bring it into fruition, it is expanding your mind, right? It's causing your mind to expand because you're trusting in the unknown. This says you're dreaming a new world into being. So I feel like that's a new life that you're creating for yourself. Your own universe, your own little portal of existence that you're creating for yourself. And you have to trust that. You have to trust that the way you see your life playing out is exactly how it's going to play out. it might not, let me rephrase that. It might not be exactly because we can see things for ourselves and they happen, but they don't happen the way that we want them to, but they happen. So you have to trust that what you want for yourself is happening. You are creating a new world for yourself. It is happening. It's growing. However, the way that you get there, that's the part where it's tricky. That path, the unknown path, is what causes us to be fearful at times, because when you're creating something brand new, the instructions are not laid out for you. You just have to trust that you're taking the right steps. You have to trust that you're moving in the right direction. And maybe that's why the fortune of the day was here to remind you that you never hesitate to tackle the difficult tasks, the difficult problems, because maybe other people around you have been afraid to create something new and they stuck to the script of tradition and the way things were done by the people before them. And you're the one that comes and says, no, that don't work for me. So let me create something new for myself. So we have embrace both light and dark. And then we have elevate your energy. So embracing both the light and the dark. What I'm seeing here is the moon and the sun. So your moon and sun sign could be relevant here today. I'm getting Leo and Cancer. So those two energies can be relevant for you today. But this says true balance comes from embracing both your light and shadow. Both are necessary for growth. Okay. So how I'm getting this is your light, that is the part of you that sees the way that you want your life to be. That's the part of you that dreams this new world into being, right? And the darkness is the unknown path, the path that we don't know the way to, but we have to trust that the universe is leading us exactly where we need to go, right? And by trusting that, by embracing both the light and the darkness, we are elevating our energy. We're elevating our energy. It says your energy determines your reality. Lift your vibration and watch your world shift. So yeah, in order to birth a new age, you have to be operating from a higher vibration. You have to be operating from a space of clarity in order to trust that you're moving in the right direction. Clarity comes from a high vibrational space, right? And I don't want to get into how to raise your vibration. I don't want to get into low vibration versus high vibration. I'm just going to leave it at that. In order to maintain a space of clarity, joy, peace, and love, you have to maintain a higher vibration. You have to maintain a higher frequency. And that could be, I just said, I don't want to get into higher vibration versus low vibration. If you know how to maintain your energy, if you know how to maintain an elevated vibration, continue doing so, because that is what is leading, guiding, and reassuring that you're on the right path. That is what is like the anchor for you to birth this new world that you're dreaming of, right? Then we have release the resentment loop. So it says resentment isn't power, it's poison. Stop replaying the story. You're free to choose peace. And then this card was on top, and that just reminds me of peace, that lotus flower right there. But yeah, don't allow yourself to get caught up in holding on to resentment from an old story. You know, if you've been watching the readings, we've been talking about how we've been creating a new story, right? So if there is any resentment that you're holding on to, it's keeping you on a lower frequency. It's keeping you on a lower vibration. If you're holding on to any type of resentment towards anybody, it is keeping you on a lower vibration. It's not allowing your energy to elevate. So you have to release that resentment. We have growth potential. So this is here to remind you that this thing that you're birthing has amazing growth potential. It has potential to be bigger than you probably ever imagined. It has the potential to flourish as long as you are embracing both your light and your darkness, and your light and your shadow. That's the only way to raise your vibration. You have to accept the lower aspects of yourself and not hold on to them. For example, if you were betrayed by someone, let's just say you were in a relationship and somebody hurt you badly. It could be a relationship, a platonic relationship with a family member, or it could be a relationship that was with a partner or romantic partner. If that person hurt you badly and you're still holding on to the resentment towards that person, you have not embraced both your dark and your light. In order to embrace your dark and your light, you have to integrate that hurt and transmute it into power, into love, instead of holding on to it and replaying the old story and then getting mad all over again about what the person did. No, you use that as an opportunity to heal. You use that as an opportunity to transform, almost like a transformer. You take that and you allow it to fuel more love into your heart. Okay, yeah, that happened to me, but going forward, I'm not going to allow that to happen to me anymore. I'm going to set strong boundaries for myself, and I'm going to learn from that experience. That's how you integrate it. That's how you transmute it, right? You turn it into your power. That situation happened, and that does not define you. It transformed you and turned you into a better version of yourself, right? That's how you elevate your energy, and that's how you tap into the growth potential that is available to you and to this new world that you're birthing into this reality. So we have the ocean of possibilities. Anything is possible. Our last reading was a magical message by the sea. We were at the ocean, so I be saying ocean and sea interchangeably, but we were at the ocean. But yeah, you have an ocean of possibilities available to you, right? And you have to know and believe that. You have to continue following that and trusting that and allowing it to become your reality. Meaning, your mindset has to grasp and hold on to the fact that there are an ocean of opportunities or possibilities available to you, and that all of them have the potential to grow, but they're not going to grow if you have not elevated your energy. And if you, in how you know you haven't elevated your energy, is because you're still in the resentment loop and embracing either the darkness or the light and not integrating them both. You can be spiritual and only believe in the light and never address the shadow. And as long as you live that way, you are not balanced. There's no balance within your person. It's necessary to integrate the light and the shadow in order to elevate. You'll always remain stagnant and in one space in your life if all you're doing is tapping into the light, or all you're doing is holding on to the woo-woo and the fantasy and the good things, quote unquote, right? If you're only seeing and believing in the light and afraid to address the shadow, there will be stagnancy in your life and your energy will not elevate, right? So what we want to do is expand, and in order to expand, we have to integrate our light and our shadow, right? All of the parts are important. Every part of the puzzle is important. The puzzle being your life, your light and your darkness, the things that happen to you that hurt you. Sometimes they lie in they rest in your shadow side, especially if you never address them, if you never want to go back to that memory or go back to that thing that hurt you. It's like you're pushing away important parts of the puzzle. In order to elevate, you have to address and acknowledge all of the parts, because all of the parts, all of the hidden parts, all of the little pieces, all of the little parts are important to the picture as a whole, right? So it can be something that happened to you 10, 15, 20 years ago that you try not to think about and you try not to talk about. But if you've never addressed it within yourself and forgiven it, and you're still holding on to resentment, that part of the story is important, and it's not allowing you to elevate your energy because you are not embracing it or integrating it, I should say. Okay. So all of the parts are important. And this card says, embrace each element, weaving them into your story with openness and understanding. Right. So we have to embrace every part of the story and view it with an open mind and a willingness to understand it, understand how it played a part in your story and how it played a part in you becoming who you are now. I got my heater on and I'm getting hot in this room. And you have to remember that it's all working out for your highest good, right? Everything that happened for your highest good, even though it might not always seem that way. I know it doesn't. Okay, I know that the things that happen that we are not so easy to talk about, so easy to think about, is all for your highest good. Everything that happened for your highest good, right? So let's see what else we get before we close this reading out. This card, I want these two cards. I almost wanted to jump out of my hand. Wild Crown. I feel like that's the wild card, and it's reminding us that again, anything is possible. We have a ocean of possibilities available to us as we head down this path, as we expand, and as we birth this new creation, as we birth this thing that we've been dreaming of into our world. Anything is possible, and with knowing anything is possible, we have to be clear in our energy, clear about what we want, clear about the things that we're calling in. We have to have clarity. If we know that anything is possible, we need to be absolutely certain about what it is that we want to call down into this experience, right? We'll pull one more card and then we're going to close this out. But anything is possible at this time, especially with this being the year of the horse. We're closing out the year of the snake, so it's time to continue letting go, especially of the things that we've been holding resentment towards. It's time to release that resentment loop. And when the year of the horse officiates, when it starts, I believe it starts in March, when the actual new year begins, you have to be certain about what you want, because knowing that anything is possible, knowing that there's an ocean of possibilities here for you, and that you have amazing growth potential to reach new heights. You have amazing growth potential, and you'll reach heights that you've never reached before. You'll see things that you've never seen before. You'll do things that you'll never done before. Knowing that, and knowing that it's happening at rapid speed, you have to be crystal clear about what it is that you want. Because the expansion that's going to take place in your life, the expansion that's going to take place as far as the things that you've been dreaming about doing, is going to happen quickly. So you got to be clear. You got to be certain about what you want. Angry with God, I feel like that connects to that resentment loop and repressed heartache and grief. So you got to let this go. Whatever this repressed heartache is, whatever this grief is that you've been carrying, and allowing yourself to be angry with the divine, with the Most High, or angry with a person, you have to let that go. You have to shed that anger. It's time to let that go and to release it once and for all. Because again, this is the year that anything is possible, and you don't want to miss your opportunity because you're holding on to something that you haven't been able to release, that you haven't been able to let go of. This is the year that things happen quickly, expeditiously, and you don't want to manifest the wrong thing because you can't let go of. And listen, when I tell people to let go of things, I'm not saying that it doesn't matter. I repeat that a lot. I'm not saying to you that what you went through does not matter, that it's not important. What I'm saying is it's time to release the effect that it has on your life. Release the weight that you're holding on to by not releasing it, or by not allowing it to not take up so much space in your mind. That's what I mean by releasing it. Don't carry that weight with you into this year. It's time to let go of that weight not allow it to take up so much space in your life. Okay? If you're angry with somebody, I'm not telling you to forgive them. What I am telling you to do is not give them so much attention in your mind or in your heart anymore. Let it go. And how you reclaim your power in that situation is by acknowledging it. Because remember, all of the parts are important. Acknowledge it and set boundaries so that whatever they did to hurt you or to cause you to be angry won't happen to you in the future. Set yourself up so that you won't allow those types of situations to affect you in the future. Repressed heartache and grief. If I'm feeling like this is about someone transitioning because we have that bird here. If someone transitioned and you didn't leave that person on the best of terms. If somebody transitioned as far as like they're no longer on this earth and you guys didn't end things on the best of terms, or if you ended a relationship, walked away from some things and you didn't end it on the best of terms and you've been carrying around that repressed heartache and grief, now is the time to release that from yourself. If the person transitioned to the other side, talk to them like you would be having a conversation with them as if they're still here, and release that. Tell them what's on your heart. And for some of you, I'm hearing too, in order to release that resentment loop, speak to, you don't have to call the person. Everything is energetic, right? You can have a conversation right now like I'm talking to you and talk to that person, but release the stuff that you want to say to them. If somebody hurt you, release the things that you want to say to them just vocally. Vocalize it, right? Our question again was, what am I being asked to see clearly and trust intuitively? Trust that anything is possible as we birth our dreams into this reality, as we birth a new creation, right? But also know intuitively that if we're carrying resentment, anger, heartache, and grief, then we won't be able to elevate our energy and we won't be able to have this pristine clarity that leads us towards whatever this thing is that we're birthing, whatever this dream is, this world that we're creating for ourselves. The more things that we're holding on to that we have not released, the least amount of clarity that we will have going forward. Okay? So it's for your highest good that you address that thing and release it. And like I was saying before I got back into the question that we posed, what was I saying? What was I saying? Come back to me. Mm, I had it while I was saying, like I was saying, and then as soon as I said that, it went away. I'll watch this back and maybe I'll leave a comment in the comment section. I don't know. But whatever this is that you've been vocalizing, that's what I was saying. Vocalizing it is you releasing it from your person. You release it, you can release it from your heart just by speaking it. Like I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm gonna give you an example. Say for instance, somebody has a pattern of treating me a certain way, and one day I decide that they're not gonna treat me that way anymore. I'm not talking to them physically because I'm like not in contact with them, because I'm learning how to set boundaries for myself. So instead of calling them, I might just, when I think about them, I say, it's messed up that this is how I've allowed you to treat me in the past. And I apologize, for allowing you to think. I apologize for insinuating that it was okay for this behavior to continue in my life. But going forward, you can't treat me like that. You can't talk to me like that. You can't ask me to do favors for you and you never pour into me. You can't ask me to do anything for you if you've been doing X, Y, and Z towards me and thinking I didn't know about it. It's not going to fly with me no more. This is my boundary. This is how it's going to be going forward. And either you accept that and respect it, or we don't deal with each other no more. And that's not me talking to the person literally, like I'm not calling them saying that to them. That's me having an energetic conversation with them out loud, because again, everything is energetic, right? Everything is energy. So some of y'all need to have some conversations, release some people, release some anger, release some repressed heartache and grief, so that you can reach this clarity and continue to birth your dream, birth yourself, birth a new world for yourself. Okay. That's all I have for you today. I hope you were able to find something here that resonated with you. If you made it to the end, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. And also, I want to announce that I am doing readings now. I'm offering chakra readings from the root all the way to the crown. It'll be like a 30-minute or so reading. Excuse me. The link to purchase is in my bio. And I am also offering cord cutting ceremonies for those that need to cut cords with some people or some things in their life. So if that's something that you're interested in, click the link in my bio and you can book a session with me. And I will talk to you later. Peace.